We have the
Yes.
functions in PySpark. And is it possible to create UDF PySpark? Yes, it is
Yes.
possible. So what are the various functions and what are the most used functions? Let's try to understand those. Okay. So let me read this file, this data frame. We shall use this data frame for our purpose, def underscore MySQL. So in order to make use of functions, we need to import this module, pyspark.sql.functions. Import, I'm importing all the functions, import star. Okay. I would like to see what are all the functions we have and how many functions, predefined functions we have in PySpark. No, not just PySpark, simply Spark. Okay. So what is a query that we write generally? If you want to run pure SQL query, what is that we have to write? Spark driver dot SQL. SQL is
Mm.
also a predefined function. Remember, it is also a predefined function. Spark driver dot SQL of, and what is the command that we run to know the list of functions in RDBMS or Hive or anywhere?
Mm. Show functions.
Show functions, right? Show functions only. So this is going to be loaded as a data frame. So whenever we apply this, let me show you that f1 equal to type of f1. Just let me show you what is this f1 is first. Type of f1. What is this? It is a data frame.
Data.
So when we apply this sparkdriver.sql, the result is going to be a data frame. Okay. So what is this data frame will contain now? It will contain the list of all
List
the
of functions.
functions. Okay, list of all the functions. So in order to know the list of all the functions, if you want to display them, what we have to do is we shall see the f1 dot count. It will give the number of functions, all the number of any functions. Now it will give the count of all of them, and we can display them. Let's see first how many are there, how many functions are there. Later we shall try to display all of them. Print f1 of count. Yeah, total how many functions are there predefined? 296 functions are there. 296. So we shall display them now. Collect will display all the records. Okay, all the functions. You can see this guys here. Otherwise show also, you can use show also. Let me use show directly. Show of 296. Okay, let me run this now. You can see this guys. This is the list of all the functions. You know, see this starting with that percentile symbol, exclamatory symbol, percentile, and plus star. All these are all the functions. Let me just pull it down. Yeah, you know, see these are all the predefined functions, guys. There are many 296 functions are there. We can fulfill almost everything. We can fulfill almost everything with this available set of functions. Got it? 296. Okay.
Sir,
Still,
sir,
yeah, please.
sir, is there any document to like give a short description about each and every function, how it will work? Like, is there any
Yes.
link? Yeah.
You know, it is not required directly. We can display information about some function, right? How can we do that? Spark driver dot SQL of describe function, and we can pass the name of that function here.
Okay, okay, fine, thanks.
Let's say if you want to discuss about let's aggregate. If you want to discuss about what is aggregate is, I would like to see what is the syntax of an aggregate and everything. Okay, so then you can write like this: collect. We can use syntax. Okay, how to use that and what is the syntax of it. Everything will be shown here. Then according to that, you can apply that function. Okay, is the describe and array aggregates and the usage. This is the usage. The description about the usage. Is it fine? Right. Then likewise, you can search for any function, not a big deal. Now, what I do is I will try to show you something. Now we have df underscore MySQL data frame. Okay, let me just print sample record file records into this. Yeah, fine. Now, what I'm trying to show is On a daily basis, I would like to write the data into some storage system. On a daily basis, in the sense, today the date is something, and tomorrow the day will be something, and tomorrow the date will be something. So I would like to load the data into, I would like to read the data from some source. It can, the requirement be like this: reading the data from some source, okay, on a daily basis, and after that, doing some transformations, on the data, and after that, loading the data into some warehouse, like Hive or Snowflake or HBase. We have, this is, let's say this is our routine task: pulling the data from some source, transforming it, and loading into some warehouse. This has to be done every day. And if you write some data today, that should not be done tomorrow, right? Only whatever the data that we get today, only the updated data has to be written into the warehouse, not all the entire data. You got my point, right? Suppose if it is 30th, or what's the date today, 31st, 30th, right? And tomorrow we get the updated data. That updated data only must be processed and must be updated to the warehouse. Okay, like that. So in that case, what we need to do, how we do, very simple. Suppose if వాళ్ళ 30th date kada, 30th, and some data, let's say some data one is written into the warehouse, and tomorrow we get some data and 3111, and that can be called as data 2. So how can we update the data? And after that, I will have first and 12, so that will be data 3. So now this data must be written into like this, into the warehouse. So everyday updation into the warehouse. So that particular data, whatever we are reading from the source, that particular data doesn't have, it doesn't have what you call as the timestamp update. Is it possible for us to add timestamp directly for that particular day, for that particular time period? Is it possible? So whatever data I got now, and for this data, there is no timestamp or time is given in the data, దానిలో లేదు. So we need to add some time, and we need to export the data to the warehouse after getting processed. So this should be done on a regular basis. Okay, so how do we do that? Is it possible directly? So in Spark directly, we have one function called a timestamp, where we can add the data directly or timestamp directly, and we can upload the data into the warehouse. Okay, let me show you that. It's a very simple task actually, but I will see some complex tasks in future. What say is df underscore mysql dot show. So let's say this is the data that we got today. Let's say some data we got today. What my interest is, I say let df1 equal to df underscore mysql dot with column. If you want to add a new column, what is the function we use? With column only, right? With column, I say every day, or I say simply day. And what is that field you want to be in that column? So how do we generate the system date? Spark can generate the system date directly. Yes, it can do that. So for that, we can use there some function called like directly current date. And let me show you that df.show. Here we got. You can see this now. A new column day is added here, and that with today's date. Okay, got it? Fine. Now, if we run the same query tomorrow, what will be the value added to this day? That will be 31st, and or that next day it will be 12. So according to system date, the day value will change automatically. Okay, but the thing is here, how do we write it into it? How do we write the data to it actually? So I want to write on a daily basis to some storage system. How can I do that? It's very simple. df1 dot write dot. So I would like to create a table in Hive. Let's say if it is in Hive, I would like to create the table. As what table I have to store it as now? Today is 31st, 30th. Tomorrow will be 31st. After that, it will be 1st. So I would like to store the data in updated manner, updated fashion. So how do I do it? And how shall I store the data as? Simply a flat table or any other table? in order to increase the performance also. Partition the table have, we are right, partitions based the partition based on the day, and tomorrow that will be the data of one more partition. So even for querying purpose, when why do we go with the partitions? Our query will become faster, right? Query performance will increase. So we can do that directly. Write dot what I do is write dot partition by what is the field name here, column name day, partition by day. And what is the mode? Every day it has to, every the script has to run every day, right? Append, the mode has to be append. Okay, the mode has to be append. And save as table, save as table. So what is the table name? Let's give some table name. Let's say call data table. Okay, let me select this. Got it? Now you comment this. So after, just to understand that the writing is complete, I just printing one statement called as success. Is it fine? So df.write partition by day and mode append and save as table. This is what we are trying to write. Okay, let's see whether it will be written or not. Let's see that. If it prints success, then we can understand that the data is written successfully. Otherwise, no. Yeah, that's printed success. Now, if we run the script with some other date, let's say with tomorrow date, it has to work, that has to be created as another partition, isn't it? Now the data must be created with one partition only, and tomorrow it must be created with one more partition. Got it? So how do we see that? I'm saving this file onto the desktop, this entire script. Spark warehouse will have something called as Spark warehouse. Yeah, in this, go back. You will have Spark warehouse created. Just open this. Can you see this table here? All data table. In this, we have day equal to 30/11/2018. Spark has its own warehouse. We need not to integrate. Just for testing purpose or learning purpose, we can do this. So Spark will create its own warehouse in the local file system in the same directory. So we are working with that in the untitled this console, and we got the warehouse created here. Okay, and in that we have this call data table, and in this one partition. And let's say what I do is, now I change the day now, and I will try to write the data frame. What will happen? That will be whatever the record data that we write now, that has to be written as one more partition. What I do is, now I will change the date to 31st. I will change the data to 31st, the next day, and I will try to write the data now. So that has to be created as one more partition. Okay, let's create one more partition. Okay, let's do that. So for that, what I can do now, so if I generate the time current date, it will generate system time only, system day only. So till we complete the day today, we won't get the new day, right? New date, we get the same date. So what shall we do further?
You can add +1 or
-1 something.
Yeah, we can add +1 current date, and for this I think we can add one more date underscore add 1 comma. I think this is the function. I'm not sure whether it is the order is changed or not. Just let me check. Invalid syntax. Just let me see the syntax of this. 1 2 3. I think one more brace is required here. Let's try now. So date underscore add is also one more function. Okay. Yeah, it is success now. It is showing a success now. Let's go back and see here in the warehouse. You can see here now 112 2018. Got it? Just to make you to understand, we are adding one here, but if it runs every day on a daily basis, automatically the date will be incremented. Okay, and we get the as a different partition. Got it?